Speedway Anywhere
on Blog Talk Radio
/Speedway Anywhere with your crew chief Q.
Hey, race fans, come on in. Speedway Anywhere time, where checkered past is a good thing. Speedway Anywhere at youtube.com/Speedway Anywhere. I'm your host. I'm Quentin. And where do we start? Last we left off, we were talking about NASCAR hadn't given us the schedule for next year, 2024, by the way. And I'm kind of satisfied with what we found out recently. There were some massive penalties after Talladega, too. So, but we got a schedule. Unfortunately, there was some penalties issued for Harvick after that photo finish, and then the truck race, the fight, Matt Crafton and Sanchez. Those were fun, but more of that to come in a minute here. We got some of the who's who for 2024, by the way. That is interesting. So, it's been another fun week of developments. So, let's start with the 2024 schedule. First news that was released was the return of the Brickyard 400. I am so happy about that. Stick to the script, Quentin. But yeah, this makes me happy dance. I not only thought the infield road course race was cringy. Is that the right word? I don't know. It felt like an obligatory race at Indy Motor Speedway. It was just nothingness schedule filler as they added 2 million frickin' road course races to the schedule. But yeah, it felt like an obligatory race. But it was odd. Here's what bothered me the most, is that they would kiss the bricks after the infield road course. Come on. You're going to kiss the bricks? The bricks that were part of the original Brickyard 2.5 mile race. If you're going to kiss the bricks, do it because you want to race on the giant quad oval that is steeped in tradition and history, not because you played around in the infield. Matter of fact, it was a certain stock car driver that started the tradition of kissing the bricks, which was Dale Jarrett after a Brickyard 400, 1994, 6, 5. Either way, that's what started it. So they are back for the Brickyard 400 on the 30th anniversary since it started in 1994, and they'll return to the quad oval for 2024. Here's another beautiful thing. The last time I was at Iowa Speedway, Elliott Sadler driving a Richard Childress Xfinity car, or I think it was the Nationwide Series. Either way, I always call it the Busch Series. But I was down there in Victory Lane, and Richard was saying, we need to get a cup race here. Now, this place literally has a puddle jumper airport on the, what's across from the start-finish line, and then you go across the parking lot, and there's airport hangars. They can accommodate everything but maybe a 747, definitely not the Airbus 380, but we could argue that point to the moon and back. But why is it taking this long to get a cup race is beyond me. Along with the fact that 15 miles from Des Moines and at the crossing of Interstate I-80 and I-35, the track has everything to offer, except for the seating, by the way. The seating needs a little work, and they'll read more into that. They'll need more garages, but damn, I'm freaking excited that just shy of 1 mile oval progressive banking will be the closest cup race to me since the 1960s, when Cup was a split series. You know, they could earn points at multiple tracks without being there, but that's a whole nother show. So Iowa is essentially the replacement for Fontana. The season is only going to have a West Coast fling instead of a swing. We only have 2 on the West Coast instead of 3. And this might be better logistically for the teams, even though they would move their operation out to the West Coast with multiple trucks, multiple cars, multiples. So no California, and I am still wondering what the fate is for Fontana. They talked about doing a paved high bank oval, something close to uh, Bristol design, uh, but that's still nucleus, I guess. So, um, even if Fontana shuts down, keep it in Iowa. That will make me happy. Keep it at Iowa. I'm good with that. Can you see skinny little Quentin doing the penguin dance? Finally, a race near home. So that's it for a second. We already know some of the who's who in the Cup Series. Josh Berry is taking over Kevin Harvick's number 4 at the end of this year. Harvick, of course, got the DQ after his photo finish at Dega, and it's a bummer. Yes, something about windshield braces, and I don't give a rat's ass right now. But one that has my curiosity is this morning's announcement about Haley Dagan moving to the Xfinity Series. Now, I've already seen the backlash and the naysayers talking about this is just another Danica ploy and whatever. I think Haley's gonna do just fine getting back in a full body stock car. I really do. The truck series is rough, and it's not for every talent. Never will be. She has played it cautious and proved that at Dega, she made a top 10 finish in 8th, and she was cautious, and she knew it was going to get messy, and she got a top 10 finish by doing exactly that. So, some might, and of course, will disagree, but I was happy to hear that news today that she's moving to the Xfinity Series full-time for AM Racing. Will she make a big splash and set the world on fire? I don't think so. But she's going to do what she needs to do in the Xfinity Series. But the focus is going to end up on her, and that bothers the piss out of me, because everyone's going to pay attention to her. Her, a female, in racing. Why do people do that? I don't get it. Either way, let's go back to the schedule. The Texas change. It's going to be early season in a whatever. I don't think Texas needs to be on the schedule. It never should have had a frickin' all-star race. I mean, that just confuses me, but I'm not the powers that be. But the rest of the schedule is the same except for the beginning of layoff time. Daytona will not be the cutoff race before the finale to the regular season. Darlington will. The Roval, unfortunately, will be back. On the playoff schedule. I'm happy that the Indy infield is, but the fact that Charlotte won't be going back to the 1.5 mile really bugs me. But Bristol won't be running a dirt race for the spring race. So that's a great thing. I'm going to bump because I've already gone off script a whole bunch here. And there's a lot of news to fill. But let's get back together next week. I'm your host, Q, Quentin, and you are you, and thank you for it. Please hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the video. Click the like, and for all my subscribers, thank you. I'm going to bump out and let's get back together and follow this crazy world of auto racing. And I'm making mistakes because I don't have a producer.
Speedway Anywhere.
On Blog Talk Radio.
Your source for stock car, Indy car, or any car.
No matter how many wheels.